My obsession with the automobile began sometime in the mid-60s with this 1964 Mercury Comet. It had a 196 cubic inch inline six engine and a two-speed automatic. I never got to drive this beast, but I drove one like it a few years ago when I found one on a used car lot. This was our family car back in the mid-60s. I had my own child seat with its own steering wheel, and I think that's what got me started. See, that's me on the tricycle right there. This brings me to my current ride, which is about the same size as the old Comet. It's an 87 Plymouth Caravelle. It has a V8 engine instead of a 6, so it's got a little bit more get up and go. But aside from that, it's got a lot of similarities. However, that's not what this video is about. This video is about cars that I have coveted, like this Kaiser Manhattan or this Packard right here. Cars that I've never had a chance to own or drive, but I've had a chance to photograph them, so I took whatever opportunity I could. How about this Packard right here? That's a beauty. A 39 Packard. Now that's class. There's an old 54, I think, Cadillac. Oh, more on Cadillacs later. There's a Porsche 360 engine, and there's a Jaguar V12. I mean, there were some really cool things I got to photograph, like this Citroën Traction Avant. They were quite something in the 30s. Now this Cadillac here, that's the subject of another video altogether. It's a car that I own, so it really does not belong here. It's a 64 Coupe de Ville. Here's some more Cadillac action with two 49s that were taken at the Harold LeMay car show. There's another Cadillac. It's from the 30s. Now what are those guys all looking at? Look, they're looking at something. And what are they looking at? The famous Cadillac V16 engine. That was something else. If you wanted to keep cool back in the old days before air conditioning, this is the way to do it. And that is a Czechoslovakian Tatra. Pretty rare. That's the interior of a Cadillac. It's customized. They don't look quite like that stock. And another old Cadillac. I think I got a lot on Cadillacs in here. Oh, there's a supercharged Auburn. I think it's a 37. And there's another Packard from about 1939 or so. And when your truck don't go anymore, you make a planter out of it. That's the way to do it. How about a fire engine for when things get kind of hot? Now, I kind of lied when I said this wasn't about cars that I ever owned. There was me with my 88 Escort. And that was a real slow car, so I traded it in on this 87 Formula, which went like hell. It was a quick little car. Lots of fun. It was so much fun to drive that I ended up buying another 87, but this one was a Trans Am. 10 years after I got rid of the first one. I ended up selling it because a minivan was more practical, and Cindy hated this car. She couldn't get into and out of it. There's a 68 Montego GT convertible. Only reason I took the picture is because I owned a 68 Montego also. There's my sister striking a pose. That was the truck my dad and I drove up to Alaska in. And it went across the continent about 3 times, and it never owed me a thing. It gave me minimal trouble, but it rusted out. Just like this one here. And that's where most of them end up anyway.